How many people think that Donald Trump is going to be held accountable for anything at all? I'm with the group of people that thinks that the Trump family and the organization, doesn't matter what happens, no accountability is coming. So today, the Trump organization convicted in an executive tax dodge scheme. Convicted. Now, here's what's crazy about it. They're saying that the organization is convicted, not people, right? But people run organizations. But anyway, it is what it is. The Trump organization found guilty of tax fraud. No surprise there. We know that. So what did they do? They dodged taxes. They had extravagant perks, did not pay taxes on it, luxury cars, apartments, financial practices from the former president's business as he was trying to come into the White House. So a jury found two corporate entities, the Trump organization, and they have a payroll business, guilty on all 17 accounts. Probably going to be a fine of $1 million and some change. And we're talking about a organization with the kind of money that they have. The $1 million is not going to be a big deal. But this is a stain. This is a stain on the already stained Trump family, Trump organization. Bunch of crooks. A bunch of crooks they are. The conviction was validation for New York authorities who say that their 3-year investigation, they've been investigating this criminal enterprise for 3 years. So the probe, which began as an inquiry into the hush money payments made to the porn star, y'all remember that? There were the payments made on Trump's behalf, which morphed into an examination of the company's asset valuation and pay practices. And this is what came up. It's very similar to what happened with Bill Clinton. They start investigating one thing, next thing you know, it detours to a blowjob. I mean, if you got to take a detour, that's a great place to go. The company faces the fine. It's going to be, like I said, about $1.6 million. Sentencing is scheduled for January the 13th. But I don't know. It's the former president's companies now stand convicted of crimes. And the Manhattan district attorney thinks that is consequential. Alvin Bragg is his name. He said it's outside the courtroom that it underscores that in Manhattan, we have one standard of justice. One standard of justice. Trump, a Republican who launched his 2024 campaign, very, very low energy, last month, blasted it. And of course, he said, you know what he said, right? You know what he said. He said, it was a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt. I did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. What about Hunter Biden's laptop? That's all he said. Oh, okay. BJ Barnabas, thanks for the page. I didn't see that. All right, see it now. Shout out to you. I know you're sad, Barnabas, about this Trump conviction. The verdict adds to mounting legal woes for Donald Trump, who faces this criminal investigation in Washington, Atlanta, the Mar-a-Lago thing. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? But at the end of the day, Trump, he ain't going to jail. Don't expect Trump to go to jail. He's not going to have any nights in jail. The Manhattan case against the Trump organization was largely built around testimony from Alan Weisselberg, who worked for the company. He turned somebody. He previously pled guilty that he manipulated and, played with the tax code, tried to reduce his taxes with benefits. He testified in exchange for the promise of a 5-month sentence. 5-month sentence. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Trump knew. Now, listen, the Trump organization is a small company. Small company. He knew what was going on, and the thing is that there were things done for his benefit. He knew what was going on, and he's gonna act like he did. Oh no, man, I didn't know that. Never knew. Alan who? Yeah, I mean, he worked for his father. He worked for the company. Like he's gonna act like he didn't know him. But it is what it is, and there's no surprise with regards to Donald Trump ducking and dodging, squirming. He's a weasel. He's a weasel. I'll take a quick break and we'll be back with more after this.